Here's the best piece of advice I ever got about making money. It came from a millionaire when I was young, and it changed everything. I was stressed out thinking I needed some revolutionary idea to get rich. You know, the next Facebook or the next Amazon. Something nobody's ever done before. He looked at me and said, "You don't need to reinvent success. Just recognize the patterns that are already working and make them your own." That hit different. From that day forward, I stopped guessing and started studying what successful people were actually doing. I followed proven blueprints. I replicated what worked. And guess what? My side hustles turned into multi-million-dollar businesses. So today, I'm sharing 7 real examples of young people making over $100,000 a year from side hustles. You can start right now. These aren't theories. These are real people with real results. Let's dive in. First up, eBay reselling. Meet Kai Towers. His mom died when he was a kid, never knew his father. In his late teens, he was stuck in a dead-end job with 0 prospects. But one day, he'd had enough. He decided to take control. He started selling stuff on eBay. Within 1 year, he turned $400 into $317,000. Now, you're probably thinking, wait, isn't eBay dead? Isn't it all about Amazon now? Wrong. eBay just posted $2.7 billion in revenue. That's up 6% year over year. The platform isn't dying, it's growing. Here's why. While Amazon chases the mass market with fast shipping, eBay owns the niches. Collectibles, vintage items, refurbished tech, trading cards, hard to find products. In these categories, loyal buyers choose eBay every single time. The riches are in the niches, and Kai proved it by dominating the gaming accessory market. How hard is it to learn? Super easy. Pick a niche and spend 1 month learning how eBay works. How much money do you need? Almost nothing. Start by selling unused stuff around your house. Build up some cash, get some positive reviews, then reinvest into better inventory. Can you make $10,000 a month? Absolutely. Kai showed it's possible, but you'll need to stay on top of your listings, keep prices competitive, and constantly hustle. Next, brand deal flipping. This is Suet Ayman's story. At 16 years old, he got diagnosed with cancer. Instead of giving up, he used those hours in hospital beds to start connecting influencers with brands and taking a cut for himself. He's a middleman, and 6.5 years later, he's generating over $4 million per year working with massive brands like Ubisoft, Netflix, and ASOS. He works with the Sidemen, Logan Paul, and other huge creators. Here's the thing, this opportunity is exploding right now. In May 2025, Americans watched more streaming content than cable TV for the first time ever. And the top streaming platform wasn't Netflix or Disney. It was YouTube with 12.5% of TV viewership. That's why brands are throwing more money than ever at online creators. If you can be the middleman negotiating those deals, you take a slice of the profits. Think about it. Airbnb doesn't own properties. Uber doesn't own cars. Amazon started by connecting buyers and sellers. Middleman businesses work because of convenience. Influencers want someone to handle the deals so they can focus on content. You become that person. How long does it take to learn? Not long. If you understand YouTube and learn how brands operate, you're halfway there. How much money do you need? 0. Suet started with just a laptop. He spent hours following creators on Instagram, reaching out, building connections. In his first 6 months, he made $30,000 in profit. Can you make $10,000 a month? Definitely. Here's the math. Find one brand that books 5 influencers through you each month. Average deal value is $7,000. Your margin is 30%. That's one brand doing $400,000 a year in revenue and netting you around $10,000 per month in profit. Those numbers aren't unrealistic. They're completely achievable in today's influencer economy. Number 3, video editing. This is Tom Natras. A few years ago, he was sitting in his university bedroom drowning in student debt. He grabbed his laptop and decided to learn video editing. That single decision changed everything. He made his first $100,000 in yearly profit working with huge companies and creators, editing collaborations for Coca-Cola, Nintendo, and Gymshark. The demand for skilled editors is exploding. Video now makes up 82.5% of all global internet traffic. Companies need video content or they're invisible. They're desperately looking for people who can turn their message into something people actually watch. But what about AI? Won't it replace editors? Here's the truth. AI can cut clips and sync to a beat, but it can't do 2 critical things. First, emotion. AI can't feel tension, build anticipation, or spot the moment that gives you goosebumps. Second, innovation. AI can only imitate what's already been done. Real editors create. How long does it take to learn? a few months. Beginners make the mistake of focusing on fancy effects, but clients want the basics done right: cutting, pacing, music, storytelling. Master that and you've cracked 80% of what makes an editor valuable. How much money do you need? Almost nothing. A half-decent laptop and internet connection. That's it. Don't wait for the perfect setup. Start with what you've got. Can you make $10,000 a month? Yes, but it takes work. You'll start with smaller jobs, TikToks, and Reels for smaller creators. But those build your portfolio. Once you have that, higher paying clients come. Take on multiple clients per month and you'll hit 10K. Side hustle 4, branded dropshipping. Meet Jimmy Barlow. Not long ago, he was broke, stuck in a neighborhood he wanted to escape. No money, no connections, just a laptop and motivation. He started branded dropshipping. Now he's pulling in around $40,000 in profit per month. Here's why branded dropshipping is different from old school dropshipping. The old model, someone buys a product for $30. You buy it from AliExpress for $10 plus shipping and send it to your customer. Sounds good, but after ads, refunds, and delays, you're barely making profit. Branded dropshipping changes the game. You focus on building trust, designing better websites, and branding products people actually want. Suddenly, that $30 item becomes an $80 product people buy because they believe in the brand. Your margins grow, refunds drop, it's sustainable. How long does it take to learn? A few months. Month 1, you're building your store and testing. Month 2, you're doubling down on what works. Month 3, you're scaling. By month 6, you've got a store generating reliable profit. How much money do you need? Almost nothing. You don't pay for products until you make a sale. The only delay is waiting for payments to clear. Can you make $10,000 a month? Easier than you think. That's $333 a day. If each sale makes you $25 profit, you need 13 or 14 sales per day. That's not hundreds of customers. That's a handful of people buying something that solves their problem. Number 5, brand identity design. This is Jack Watson's story. He grew up with no money. After school, he got stuck in an accounting job he hated. He knew he needed a plan, so he locked himself away for 6 months researching and learning about brand identity. 6 months later, he went from a negative bank balance to hitting his first $20,000 a month. What is brand identity? It's designing the entire look and feel of a business. The logo, colors, fonts, images, everything that makes a brand instantly recognizable. This market has exploded. It was valued at $9.5 billion in 2024 and is projected to hit $40 billion by 2032. Even governments are spending big. The UK government spent $650,000 redesigning the gov.uk logo, $500,000 for a logo redesign. That shows you the opportunity here. How long does it take to learn? A few months. Every project teaches you something new. Once it clicks, you can charge serious money. How much money do you need? Almost nothing. Just a laptop. The real investment is your time, not your money. Can you make $10,000 a month? Absolutely. Jack now charges $10,000 for one project. But let's say you charge $2,500 for a full brand identity package. You need 4 clients a month, 1 client a week. That's it. Side hustle 6, short form content strategy. Meet Noah Briley. He was just an ordinary student scrolling social media. But instead of passively consuming, he started studying what makes content go viral. Every hook, every caption, every transition. He found the formula, tested it on TikTok. It worked. Soon he was helping creators, tech companies, and even banks grow their audiences through short-form videos. He made over $100,000 before turning 18 with nothing but his phone. Short-form content isn't going anywhere. TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Brands need someone who understands the algorithm, the trends, and what makes people stop scrolling. You might know what to do now, but not how to move forward strategically. That's exactly why I made another video. It goes deep into the current economic setup, how it impacts your wealth building journey, and how to position yourself before it's too late, so don't waste time. Click on the video that's showing up right now on your screen and complete the blueprint to becoming a real success story.